Shalom. I want to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Ha-Rakah, Kodash. I want to give double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who taught us this truth, and also want to acknowledge all of the brethren out there in the streets pushing this truth with sincerity. All right, so just wanted to bring up that, these times that we're in, we're the nation of Israel, and more importantly, the elect men of Israel are out on these street corners pushing this truth, and we're literally, tormenting, tormenting the souls of the people that actually take the time to look into what we're doing and who we are and what we're all about. When they find out, and they do their research and they start watching Hebrew Israelite videos and start asking questions. And, not only, our purpose is to be fishermen. We're searching for the elect and trying to wake them up. But in the process, you're going to have, like the elder apostle Gabar was bringing out, contenders, which is, people with a contentious spirit, meaning they want to challenge everything we say because they've been taught, by the serpent, the so-called white man, the devil. And so they don't have they have their false doctrine seared in their brain. And that's including, 2/3 of our own people. But the reason I'm doing this video is just, to further prove who the children of Israel are, the sons of Israel, the elect of Israel. And I'm going to start out right here in Amos 3, dealing with Israel right here. It says, "You only have I known of all the families," Amos 3 and 2. "You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities." Okay. So right there, it tells you right there, the only families that Yahweh is dealing with, is the nation of Israel. And if you go back up to Amos 3 and 1, you can see right here that it says Israel. Okay. Dealing with Israel only. From there, I want to go down to Amos 3 and 7. "Surely Yahweh, thy power, will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets." Okay. And that's self-explanatory. Your Christian pastor, your Jehovah wickedness door knocker, your Catholic priest is not going to have the secrets. He can't. Yahweh reveals his secrets to his servants, the prophets, all right, which are of the nation of Israel. Okay. So these other false doctrines, all they can do is stumble on these scriptures, man. They can read them and read them and read them and read them, and they're not going to get the understanding of the mysteries or the secrets. Okay. So from there, I want to go to Colossians. Let's go to 1 and 26. 1:26. And this reads the middle of the screen. Colossians 1 and 26. "Even the mystery which hath been hid from the ages and from generations, but now is made manifest to his saints." Okay. And the reason why it says that the mystery was hidden for ages and from generations is because we were in punishment, there had to be a period of time when we had to be deceived and told that we were not the nation of Israel. We were told we were Hispanics, blacks, Native Americans, Puerto Ricans, So we were. That's a mystery right there, and it's been during those times, and even now, because people are still believing that there are those bywords. But as you can see, it says here on 1:26 in Colossians, even the mystery which hath been hid from ages and from generations, but now is made manifest to his saints. And I'm going to read one more line down. To whom Yahweh would make known what is the riches of the glory of this mystery among the Gentiles, which is in Yahushua in you, the hope of glory. All right, and in that word Gentiles, Christians stumble on that because they've been taught that all of the other nations are the Gentiles, which this truth is for, and that's a lie. As the servants, the saints of Israel, are proving through the Holy Spirit. We're proving the Gentiles in the New Testament that that Yahushua died for was the Gentiles that were that were Hellenized, and basically every tribe eventually became Hellenized by the heathen, including Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. All right, which are the so-called black tribes, if you will. But earlier on, those southern kingdom tribes were deemed Gentiles by Yahweh. And why were they Gentiles? Because they were practicing the customs and the traditions of the heathen. Okay? So, couple things I want to prove real quick. The first thing is, let's just go to the definition of mystery. Okay? The word mystery. So what does it say? It says mystery. Something that is difficult or impossible to understand or explain. All right. Let me see if I could find more. But it's going to be difficult or impossible to explain. The condition, let me go to the top. The condition or quality of being secret, strange, or difficult to explain. All right. So everybody knows what the word mystery means, but what I'm showing you through the scriptures is who the mysteries would be revealed to and who the secrets would be revealed to. And it's Yahweh's saints who are of the nation of Israel. Okay? So what I want to do real quick to prove who the saints are is I want to go to Psalms 148 and 14. All right, so 148:14, it says, He also, on the bottom of the screen, He also exalteth the horn of His people. Who are His people? Israelites. The praise of all His saints, even of the children of Israel, a people near unto Him. Praise ye Yahweh. All right, so that verse right there tells you who the saints are, okay? They're Israelites, okay? You're not going to have a Moabite saint. You're not going to have an Edomite saint. You're not going to have an Ishmaelite saint. And we already got it earlier that Yahweh only gives His mysteries to His servants and His prophets, okay? We got that in Amos 3 and 7. All right, so what I'm going to do next is go to the book of Mark. Let's see. We're going to go to Mark 4 and 11. And it says, And He said unto them, and this is Yahushua speaking because it's in a red letter, Unto you it is given to know the mystery of the kingdom of Yahweh. There's that word mystery again. But unto them that are without, all these things are done in parables, that seeing they may see and not perceive, and hearing they may hear and not understand, lest at any time they should be converted and their sins should be forgiven them. Okay, so what it's basically saying is the truth is not given to everybody. All right? It's not even given to all the Israelites. The truth is given to his elect, his chosen men, which are 144,000. Okay? 12,000 from each tribe, each of the 12 tribes. So if you take 12 and you multiply it by 12, you get the number of 144,000. Right? And there's going to be 1/3 of the nation of Israel that will be saved along with those 144,000 men, elect men. But again, Mark 4:11, unto you it is given. Unto who? Unto the elect, unto the men, the prophets of Israel. Okay, the servants of Yahweh. That's who he's talking to. He's speaking to the disciples, telling them, hey, this is given to you, but unto them that are without, meaning people that can't understand, which includes some of Israel, those 2/3 wicked Israelites that are stubborn and stay in the false doctrines that we've been brought up in. All right. Except the elect men were preserved. The word says that we're preserved. And we're not gonna hearken to those false doctrines, even if we were brought up in them. It says all these things are done in parables. Parables are hard to understand especially if you're not an elect man. If you're not an elect man, you're not gonna understand the parables. You're gonna have nothing but stumbling blocks before you. And Yahweh designed it that way, and He gave it to His son, Yahawashi, and Yahawashi spoke in parables. If this truth was for everybody, why in the fuck would he speak in parables? He would speak in plain Hebrew, okay? Or Roman, he or Greek, Latin, you know what I mean? He would speak plainly. No, but he spoke in parables because only the elect would understand the parables. And that's what this verse is talking about. All right, now I'm going to go to Romans. We'll go to Romans 16. We're going to go to Romans 16 and we'll go to 25. All right, it says, now to him that is of power to establish you according to my gospel and the preaching of Yahawashi, according to the revelation of the mystery which was kept secret since the world began. There you go. There's that word mystery again. Okay. This is the revelation now. We're living in that time where, the prophets and his servants are getting the understanding of these scriptures, starting out with the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Okay. They've been out on the streets pushing this truth, over 30 years. And you don't think that Yahweh has given them great understanding above and superior to their adversaries, to our adversaries, who are the Christian church, the all of the doctrines, aside from the Hebrew Israelites, who are the servants and the prophets. Okay. Let me read this. 26. But now is made manifest, and by the scriptures of the prophets, according to the commandment of the everlasting Yahweh, made known to all nations for the obedience of faith. Okay, so that's what we're doing. We're in all the nations, and the internet is given the capability for every single nation. You could be in an African country, you could be in an Asian country, you could be in Australia, you can be wherever, And you can learn this truth from Yahweh's prophets because of the internet. You know, somebody in Africa can watch this video that I'm putting up right now. You know, and just because it's known to all nations doesn't mean it's for all nations. All right, because Revelation talks about how the prophet's words are like fire and they torment the heathen. Because the truth, we're bringing out this truth now, and it torments these Christians. Okay, they've been taught lies. You know, be mad at the guy that taught you the lie. Don't be mad at the guy that taught you the truth. But you know you are wicked, so you're gonna get mad at the truth. That's prophecy. Let me go to Psalms. I made a note on Psalms 111 and 10. I don't remember what that one was. Let's see. Psalms 111 and 10. The fear of Yahweh is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have all they that do his commandments. His praise endureth forever. All right. So the priests in Catholicism, are they doing his commandments? Hell no. They're following all the pagan. They are pagan. They're doing Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving. What about the Christian church? Are they doing his commandments? Hell no again. They all stumble at this truth. It says, a good understanding have all they that do his commandments. Okay? So in order to understand this book, you have to put your best foot forward and try to keep these laws and statutes. Otherwise, if you're not doing the commandments, you're not going to have a good understanding. It says right here, all right? And I'm not saying that Great Millstone is perfect in the commandments, because no one is perfect, all right? The law is a curse. You know, Paul said it was a curse. And really, we know that the law is not going to save anybody. But my point is, you know, we need to keep the commandments to the best of our ability in this captivity we're in. All right? Otherwise, you won't get no damn understanding, man. You're not going to get any understanding. So let me jump to Romans, back to Romans, and go to 11 and 25. And this one reads, for I would not, brethren, meaning he's speaking to his brothers of Israel, brethren, that ye should be ignorant of this mystery, lest ye should be wise in your own conceits. There's that word mystery. That blindness in part is happened to Israel until the fullness of the Gentiles be come in. Okay, so just because it says Gentiles and Israel right there, it does not mean he's separating those two. If you read it again, I'm going to start at the middle. Lest ye should be wise in your own conceits, that blindness in part is happened to Israel until the fullness of the Gentiles be come in. So right there, he's telling you the blindness has happened to Israel. Okay, but guess what? Gentiles are Israelites. And that's what he's saying. Until these other Israelites, who are not right now considered Gentiles, because they don't know the truth. They're following the heathen. You know, they become Gentiles. You know, people in your family are Gentiles. If you're pushing this truth and they get pissed off, or they get whenever they get mad at you, they throw this truth in your face. You know, they're Gentiles. They're not considered Israel, you know. You literally, like the brother was saying at camp, we literally have to transform from Jacob unto Israel, okay? So that's what it is. And until the fullness of the Gentiles come in. So that right there shows you that Israelites are Gentiles. And there's blindness right now happening to Israel because they don't know the truth. They're not keeping his commandments. What are they doing? They're following the ways of the heathen. They're following the ways of the so-called white man, who is the Edomite. That's his biblical name. Okay. And again, he gives these mysteries to his servants who are the prophets of Israel. No one else is going to understand this the way we do. They're going to reject it, or they're going to try and twist it or pervert this truth. All right. From there, I want to go to another verse which backs the one I just read, backs it up. The linebacker. All right. So we're going to go to 1 Corinthians 12:1. Now concerning spiritual gifts, brethren, I would not have you ignorant. Ye know that ye were Gentiles, carried away unto those dumb idols, even as ye were led. So there you go. He's calling his brethren, the Israelites. He says, hey, you were Gentiles when you got carried away into captivity and were serving dumb idols or false gods that your forefathers never knew those gods. But guess what? You were in captivity, so now you follow dumb idols, meaning Caesar Borgia, which is Jesus Christ. Okay, that's a dumb idol. You're following the Buddha, or you think you're Islam. That's the wood and stone, Christianity and Islam. The wood and stone. It says in Deuteronomy chapter 28 that you're going to be following false idols, which are wood and stone, Christianity and Islam. All right, and all these other bullshit doctrines that our people follow. But right there, 12:2 shows you that Israelites are sometimes considered the Gentiles. And guess what? The New Testament Gentiles that Yahushua was preaching to were the Gentiles of Israel, not the heathen nations. The heathen nations are nothing, And let me get that, since I brought it up. You remember where it's at? I think it's in the Apocrypha in 6 and there we go. 2nd Ezra 6:56. As for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and hast likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. So Yahweh's calling the other nations spit. That's what they are to him. They're nothing, he says. He says he's likened them to a drop that falls from a vessel. So if you have a bottle of water and you spill a little drop, you ain't even tripping on that drop of water that you lost, right? That's what he's comparing those other nations to. All right? And let me read 57 just because we're gonna. It says, and now, O Yahweh, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us. So how do they devour us? They devour us with all their false doctrines and all their deception, okay? Teaching our people that Yahushua is named Jesus Christ and he's a white guy. He looks like a so-called white man, right? That's how they devour us. Because when the day of wrath comes and you start to call on Jesus Christ to save you, you're probably going to get extra punishment, man. That's an insult to Yahushua to call him Jesus Christ. Okay? So from there, I want to go back to Corinthians, 1 Corinthians 15, and let's go to 50. It says, now I say, brethren, that the flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of Yahweh, neither doth corruption inherit incorruption. Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed. And he's speaking of the elect right here. Because the elect, this is talking about once we go up in those chariots, those so-called UFOs. When we go up in those things, these earthly bodies are not going to be able to sustain the kingdom. We can't take this filthy flesh with us in the kingdom. You know? So what happens? I'm going to go to 52, verse 52. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, meaning that last nuclear missile, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. So we get those heavenly bodies, man. That's when we get those heavenly bodies. In the twinkling of an eye, it's going to happen. All right? I'm going to jump to Revelation. And again, it's only for Israel, man. I'm tired of explaining to these Christians, that, hey, these promises are not for you, man. And those words are fire to them, man. They go home and they're probably losing sleep, and they can't deal with this truth, man. And why? Because the prophets are now revealing the truth. Because we have the truth now. We understand it. Starting out with the elder apostles. Here's Revelation 10 and 7. But in the days of the voice of the seventh angel, when he shall begin to sound, the mystery of Yahweh, mystery of Yahweh should be finished, as he hath declared to his servants the prophets. Okay? So maybe you don't like what we say. Maybe you don't like how we look. Maybe you don't like, anything about us. But guess what? When everything goes down in that last day, in that judgment day, everyone's going to say, damn, it went down just like the prophets and his servants declared. Read it one more time. But in the days of the voice of the seventh angel, when he shall begin to sound, the mystery of Yahweh should be finished, as he hath declared to his servants the prophets. All right, and who gets the mysteries? Who does he reveal his mysteries to? We got that earlier in Amos 3 and 7. He reveals his mysteries to his servants, the prophets of Israel. All right, so if you're not of Israel, there's no way you can be a prophet. We already proved that. All right. So if you're in a Christian church, or you're in a Catholic church, or you're going to Jehovah Wickedness, the hall as they call it, you're not gonna get the truth. Because why? They're not the prophets. They're false prophets giving you false doctrine, giving you bullshit. And hell increases with those false doctrines. All right? And judgment increases. It's a bottomless pit. It's a hell. Hell increaseth with all those false doctrines. So you got our own people, Israelites, that are in that thing, and they're in darkness. Because they don't get the truth. They don't believe the prophets, the true prophets of Yahweh. It's because they don't read the book, man. And another thing is that it's not meant for them. Let's go 8. I want to keep reading down. And the voice which I heard from heaven spake unto me again, and said, Go and take the little book which is open in the hand of the angel, which standeth up upon the sea and upon the earth. And I went unto the angel and said unto him, Give me the little book, which is the Bible. And he said unto me, Take it and eat it up, and it shall make thy belly bitter, but it shall be in thy mouth sweet as honey. All right, so John eats the book, but guess what? He ate the whole book. He ate the whole scroll. And that's what this truth is about. You have to believe the whole entire book. You can't just pull out a verse and say, oh, this is what I believe, but this part I don't know about. No, you gotta inherit and swallow this whole book. Okay, and if you're not an Israelite, it's not gonna happen. Plain and simple. And the reason why it's sweet as honey is because it's a beautiful thing to find out you're an Israelite. But when you start to really read this book and study it and be diligent, that bitterness follows, man. People get offended. The whole world starts to hate you. People start saying, oh, he's crazy, man. People say, oh, he don't even shave his beard no more. Look at his beard. It's all funky, And you deal with stuff, women, they don't, women don't want to hear the truth, man. Hell no, they don't want to hear the truth. So, John ate the whole book. That's what we have to do as the hopeful elect. We have to take this book and learn the whole book, accept it in our heart, in our mind, and go out and teach,